Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
This is Matt from The Razor's Edge. I'm here speaking to Dawn Raid at ArcTanGent Festival. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, thanks for having us on here. You guys have been big supporters of us, and I really appreciate that. So, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
No, anytime. I really liked the album. Was it To Know the Light?
Yeah.
It was really interesting with the folky instruments that wouldn't necessarily get black metal. And, it made it stand out a bit.
Oh, thank you, man. Nice one. Yeah, we were pleased with it.
What's in the band name, Dawn Raid?
It's actually it comes from a poem by an anarchist poet called Valtrine de Cleyre, and she talks about someone, the sun coming up on someone and illuminating them at dawn. Someone being Dawn Raid. But it's also meant to be a bit of a double entendre with like the cops kicking down the door in the morning, but misspelled. So yeah.
No, you mentioned an anarchist poem. I like how you've got a strong political message in unflinchingly taking a stance. I mean, black metal can get a bad name sometimes. I think it's it must be important to have bands out there that are overtly anti-fascist and anti-racist.
I think so. Yeah. I think black metal has a lot of problems. I think there's. I also not to defend. I'll to play that down, but I think there's Nazis and far right in probably in every music scene, in every part of society, which is equally important to tackle. I think, but yeah, it has gone unchallenged. I think in this genre for too long. I think it's actually a much smaller. There's much less of it than it appears. They're very vocal minority often, and it's very shocking, isn't it? So it's very attention grabbing. But yeah, nevertheless, we should fucking do something about that.
No, I go to a lot of metal shows a lot of the time, and I went to a punk weekend the other week, and I was just chatting to one of the punters, and he said, "Oh, but metal's got a bit of a bad name with the far right," and I've never really thought of it like that before because. Being in the scene, I don't see it because it's a lot smaller, but doesn't mean it shouldn't be challenged.
Yeah. I also think that's good as well, isn't it? Because it definitely exists. There are Nazi bands that we could all name right now, but you go to Metal Fest and it's not societally acceptable to present Nazi imagery, to present Nazi ideas, to talk about these things. It's not societally acceptable in broader society. And it's not societally acceptable in this music scene, which is fucking cool, and we should be proud of that, because while we still have some way to go to get rid of it altogether, I think it's good that they're not able to be incredibly visible and incredibly public with it. And like you say, when you're actually involved in a music scene like we are, it's actually a really supportive and beautiful place to be, actually, despite maybe a few disingenuous people.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, it's not societally acceptable, is it? So they have to do it in secret, they have to organise in secret.
Yeah, of course.
And when confronted, all the prominent Nazi bands, when confronted about their ideas, they twist and turn and claim they're not Nazis actually, and it's just about history or whatever else, because they don't dare say it out loud, and that's fucking cool. They shouldn't dare to say it out loud.
They should be scared.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Are there any other anti-racist, anti-fascist black metal bands that you played with or that you enjoy playing with?
Yeah, there's some awesome bands. I think more and more there's sort of a general left-wing sort of move in black metal, but there's a few very explicitly political bands that we know. There's a band called Trespasser.
Okay.
There's a Scandinavian band who are explicitly anarchist, sing about the Spanish Civil War and Rojava, which is really fucking cool. There's a band called Graupel from Switzerland, again very, very political, very pro-trans, very pro-queer, anarchist again. We're playing a festival they're organising in September. There's lots of bands I think that are now denouncing these ideas, and then there's also a handful of bands that are really militant about it, similar to ourselves, that I'm very proud to be counted amongst. Yeah.
No, of course. When you're playing festivals abroad, how do you think they compare to over in the UK? What's the biggest difference from your point of view?
language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm always amazed by the artist catering when I've done when you get there and there's like fresh food and fridge full of Coca-Cola.
I think I mean we don't play. We're not like a big mainstream metal band, I guess. We play a lot of lefty scenes, a lot of like play a lot of squat shows, a lot of radical spaces. But in the more mainstream metal things, especially in like places like Germany, the Netherlands, there's definitely like more available vegan food. A lot of like I stopped drinking a few years ago, so like alcohol-free beers and catering towards people that don't drink. So that stuff is really big in Europe, but then that's also well catered for here actually. Honestly, I kind of think like they're all pretty similar. Like just nice people organising music in their town because they fucking love it, and I'm glad to be privileged enough to go and be able to see that in different parts of the world. But honestly, for the most part, beyond a few cultural differences, kind of the same. Like, people are good, aren't they? Like metalheads around the world, aren't they?
Yeah, it's definitely. I think because it's such an extreme form of music, like the sense of community is different to other styles of music. And, I've got a lot of time for metal festivals. So have you come to ArcTanGent before?
I've not come as a punter before. I played with a band called Pijn last year. I started playing violin for them. So I played it last year with Pijn, which is my first time. So my second time here.
I didn't realise that you were playing in Pijn last year. Because I remember me and my friends went and watched him and were like, wow, that was a really cool violin player. So
thanks, man.
Hello. Again,
I just joined them. I think I did like 2 practices or something. I've never been more stressed before a show in my life.
Right, that's it. Went really well. I spoke to Joe in an interview and he was like, oh yeah, he joined last week or something. I was like, okay. It was, we kind of got through it on a wing and a prayer, but it went really well and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. No, it was really, really cool. That was also my first year at ArcTanGent.
Nice.
And I can't see not coming at this point.
Yeah, it's a sick festival.
It's so nice. Who else are you hoping to see over the course of the day?
I was hoping to see Liturgy. I was Ash Inspire are playing just before us again, like another very cool, very political black metal band. Mm-hmm. But I think they're playing just before we are, so we're probably going to be setting up while they play. Which
of course
is always the worst thing about festivals is you have all this time when you have to be doing things and you fucking end up missing stuff. But they'd be my two big ones I want to see. Yeah.
I wanted to thank you for your time.
Nice one.
It's been nice to meet you.
Yeah.
This has been Dawn Raid at ArcTanGent.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.